Hello everyone, we got a lot of news, breaking news. In fact, in today's video, listen to this right here. Financial Juices Sweeto, IMF's managing director calls for public platform to connect CBDCs, right? To connect CBDCs, we say, guys, we have been, now the narratives are getting much more and more recently, haven't they? By the way, guys, never forget this. IMF urges El Salvador to remove Bitcoin as legal tender. Remember, the IMF is opposed to Bitcoin. They don't like it. Bitcoin has to go. The good narratives are with XRP. Isn't that quite interesting to think about? If you go to this tweet right here, look at this. While the inner workings of the system in place have not been explained to the public, SWIFT clarifies that part of the already existent payments infrastructure is being reused, including existing bank messaging standards and authentication models, ISO 222, and SWIFT's private key infrastructure. Basically, this would mean that CBDCs could coexist with traditional fiat currencies using SWIFT systems in a traditional phase to total digitization. SWIFT also hinted at the possibility of including other kinds of crypto assets in its network as they become regulated at a global level. Again, regulation needs to take place, guys. It's coming and nothing can stop it. Tock. Guys, by the way, look at this. Ripple network will complement, not replace SWIFT. Former employee of top financial messaging platform says. All the proof is right there. Now we're going to be talking about how regulations will impact the crypto sphere as a whole in just a little bit, guys. But first, we see here from Ripple, it was an honor to meet the Prime Minister of Georgia to discuss blockchain and crypto at WEF 2022. As we see right here, great talks with Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse shared Georgia's vision on the future of blockchain and regulation. With business-centric environments and innovative approach, we aim to evolve as a tech and innovation hub, right? So again, that's where the world seems to be moving to. Blockchain, digital, cryptos, right? All of these things, guys. Listen to this tweet from XRP Captain. Brad Garlinghouse is board member at World Economic Forum. Brad is sitting with them, and you're saying to me that they won't use XRP. Which other crypto CEO is a board member at WEF? No one. It's only Brad Garlinghouse himself. Brad is the CEO of Ripple and a member of the board of directors. Ripple, right? Now, which connects to this tweet from R6. Brad Garlinghouse on crypto regulations and how most of crypto coins will disappear after regulation. So this is a two-part right here. We're going to be watching both of them. But first, again, guys, 99.9% of these cryptos have to go away, right? Because there's so much, over 20,000 basically. Listen to this right here. These are warnings, right? These are just warnings.
This is an industry that is not going away. It's valued today at about $1.2, $1.3 trillion. But I do think, I've spoken to Christine Lagarde personally, and I think we need to stop measuring it just by what's going on with the overall value and how are these assets being used to solve real world problems. And I think time and time again, we're seeing more and more real use cases solving real scaled problems where blockchain technologies can reduce friction measured by cost and speed in a way that I think improves the overall economy.
Does the fact that these 19,000 cryptocurrencies have been largely used as speculative assets do damage to the underlying case that you're arguing for?
I think absolutely yes. And it's frustrating. I said when there were about 2,000, so as you said correctly, there's about 19,000 today. When there were about 2,000, I got some heat from the crypto market by saying that something like 99% of them I thought would go to zero. And that wasn't a popular statement, suggesting that only 20 would be around. Well, now you have 19,000. My prediction, at least for now, has been moved the wrong direction. But, there are some tokens out there that I think are focused on solving a problem. And those are ones that I can see being used in the future. And we could give a number of different examples. Some of them are present here in Davos. But there's also ones that I look at, I hear the description, and I don't get it. And I think that there is risk, as Christine Lagarde commented. They are speculative, they are risky, but that doesn't mean there isn't real opportunity.
Right, I find this conversation refreshing. We've spoken to so many crypto experts out there who know nothing about this and who just want the gamification of it. They just want to encourage people into various Ponzi schemes. I hear what you're saying. We're great fans of what blockchain technology can do, but just to categorically say, you think most of these products are just going to disappear and investors are going to lose their money over the coming years?
I think there's a high risk that, well, certainly when you say most, meaning more than 50%, I think there's a high risk that most of these fails.
How many fiat currencies in the world are there? About 180?
Look, there is clearly examples where these can be used. What Ripple is doing with our digital asset that we use in our technology stack called XRP is solving a cross-border payments problem. And that cross-border payments problem we all have experienced. When you're moving money cross borders, it is slow and it is typically expensive. Delayed is justice denied. Gary Gensler was quoted as saying that justice delayed is justice denied, yet at every turn the SEC has been slowing this one down. Look, we were the ones advocating for years that we needed regulatory clarity in the United States. And then for the SEC to say, hey, even though it's not clear, we're going to bring a civil lawsuit saying that XRP is a security, we find to be a bit ironic. I'm actually advocating for regulatory clarity. I've been
not for XRP to be a security.
I think most crypto assets are not securities, and I think they are clearly commodities, and they are regulated. I mean, when people say, as Gary Gensler has said, this is the Wild West, that is not true. We're a regulated company by many different regulatory bodies today, and outside the United States, you have the regulatory clarity.
There we go, guys. Again, first of all, regulations is incoming. XRP will get clarity. Number two, Brad Garlinghouse here talks about how these coins have to go, right? Because there's no use case for them. He was talking about, look at this, on solving real world problems, right? Problem solving, basically. So, again, we know what's going to take place when it all does happen. Just a reminder from Bit4Coins, look at this. Corda Settler, Swift, right? Corda Settler is the XRP ledger, and then R3 XRP, but we do know this was all the way from 2018. But still, guys, we know that everything, right? These companies, these institutions, these industries, the world will use XRP, right? Money will flow through it at one point in time, guys. Because look what's happening. Innovation, more adoption, right? Throughout the whole sphere, throughout the whole world with Ripple itself and XRP and the XRPL. Why? David Shorts pseudo. Ripple XDev is upgrading Ripple servers and configuring its validators to vote in favor of enabling XLS20, which will bring native NFT functionality to the XRPL if passed. So validators are encouraged to do their own due diligence before voting on any process amendments, right? Basically, here we go, guys. So I'm pretty sure the voting did start. Again, what happened with Ethereum, guys, right? A lot of coins are built on top of Ethereum, right? Not only that, but NFTs as well, which brought more innovation and adoption in that space. And look what's happening with the XRPL now, right? As soon as this gets passed fully and it's implemented, now NFTs is going to be flourishing in the XRPL, XRP ecosystem space. So all of these things are happening, but still some people choose not to see it. Now listen to this. Tether revealed it owns 286 million on non-US government bonds, right? Look at this. Tether claims its stablecoin is now partially backed by non-US government bonds. What do you guys think, right? Look at that. Ghost reserves. Again, so honestly, we gotta get an audit, right? Bitfinex is sweet out. People actually think Tether has real customers. Customers that allegedly send billions of perfectly good dollars to a company that covered up nearly $8 billion in losses and under criminal investigation for bank fraud after their executives admitted to bank fraud. Basically, we see the proof, guys, right? And again, I would just be wary because all these coins will go away when Tether falls. Last but not least, R6 is sweet out. It makes me laugh when I see people write, "We invested into evil, but if God put you in this path to change the life of your family and children and friends, why not take the chance and do good?" At the end of the day, we see evil everywhere, but it's our choice to change to something good, right? Again, guys, a lot of people think what's happening with the world, with Ripple and XRP, right? With the agendas, with 2025 and whatnot, 2030. I've been seeing when I scroll through Twitter. But again, here's an opportunity. It's basically guaranteed, right, to get for you to become rich and wealthy off of it. But obviously not financial advice. But at the end, you could do something good with that money and whatnot, right? Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys please leave a like, so I have super much to say. It was amazing day, and guys, see ya.